I'm going to do a quick review on the other three movies. First one, I give it a 3 out of 5. Good first movie. Second one, 0. 3, a good 3.5, because this is the best one. Alright, so now let's review the fourth Transformers. 4! Transformers, Age of Extinction. The fourth movie in the Transformers movies. When you get to a fourth movie, they need to do something to it. So props to this movie for doing that. They switched it up a good bit, because this movie is 4 years after what happened in Chicago. In the third one. In the third one, literally the Autobots and the Decepticons had a humongous battle in the third movie. And then now the humans are like, we don't want Decepticons, they defeated them. We don't want Autobots either, so they start getting rid of every Transformer. So it's 4 years later, and pretty much they are getting extinct. Which I like, honestly, as props, because I like the new direction they went in. And so I like that storyline. I just feel like they could have done it a lot better. So, Mark Wahlberg, he's an inventor. He's not a big time inventor. He wants to become an inventor. He has a daughter, and he's trying to support her through college and everything. And so he gets his truck, and he finds out it's actually Optimus Prime. And so they team up, and they get involved in this war, whatever, between humans and the Autobots. And so there's something else about this new Decepticons coming down to destroy Earth once again for the fourth time. So, props to the movie for this. Special effects, even though they look different in this one, the detail was better. Good. Mark Wahlberg completely was better than Shia LaBeouf, whatever. I completely liked him better than Shia LaBeouf. Even though his character wasn't really caring for, he was still so much better. He actually helped out. He got the whole the end of the movie. He has a gun, an alien gun, and he's shooting at the robots. He's actually helping them. So Mark Wahlberg, I liked him as the main character. He was my favorite character throughout the whole entire movie. Another prop to the movie, it was a darker Transformer, and the direction was way better. I really liked the direction, and it felt more darker and everything. And the last prop of the movie is the action. I have to admit, even if you hate this movie to death, you have to admit it's still enjoyable. I could say to me it is. I think it's enjoyable to watch. Now let's talk about this. First off, Michael Bay, do not direct the fifth one. Do not direct this fifth movie. I was hoping to God, please make this one good. Please. Every trailer will make me more interested. Then I saw it. First off, Michael Bay humor is the worst humor ever. I'd rather watch Judd Apatow humor, and I laugh his butt off in his movies. This movie, I chuckled once. I chuckled. So Michael Bay humor, it never works. They made a movie called Pain and Gain of his humor the whole movie. This movie has action, which is enjoyable, then the comedy, then the government, then explosion. Oh, Michael Bay, stop directing these movies, please! Please stop directing these movies, please. It's a Michael Bay film. It's the same movie as the other three. Really, okay, the first act of this movie is about Mark Wahlberg finding about Optimus Prime and everything. That first act of this movie, I actually like the first act. He talks about he wants to make money for his daughter and everything. I said, oh, I kind of believe that, even though all the side characters I don't. His daughter, smoking hot, bad actress. Duh. And then you got the other character, Shane, the boyfriend. He's the most unusable character I've ever seen in a movie. He is literally there for nothing. He is there for absolutely nothing, except for driving, you could say. Oh, the dialogue. What they say in this movie is laughable. I don't like the dialogue in this movie. Come on, Autobots, let's defeat them once and for all. They have literally kind of said that kind of stuff. God, jeez. All the characters in this movie were completely unusable. The villain, a good pro about this movie, the robot villain about the Decepticons, the robot villain, he's the best villain we've had since the whole series. I have to admit about that. He's the best villain, the best robot villain. The human villains, I don't care about. But this movie, what makes me a little bit madder is how they focus on humans. Even though I like the perspective of that, it's still not what we came to see. What we came to see are robots fight each other. And we got that through 2 hours and 45 minutes. This movie was absolutely way too long. They could have shortened this up so much. Get rid of all the comedy, this movie probably been about 2 hours and 30 minutes. Which honestly would have been a little bit better, but still. This movie was way too long, way too dragged out. There's so many explosions in this movie. I honestly, by the end of this movie, wanted to walk out. Because I'm just so bored. It's a Michael Bay film. There's nothing to really talk about. Ugh. And the Dinobots, by the way, the Dinobots, honestly, they don't come into like the end of the movie. They were, honestly, I have to say they were pretty cool. But I just feel like they completely, like, they didn't do the right thing with it. I think they could have done better with the Dinobots, but they could have done better with the Dinobots, but it just wasn't that good. So honestly, this movie is probably the second to the worst one. The worst one's the second one. The pros, of course, I already said. This movie is enjoyable. Mark Wahlberg is way better than Shia LaBeouf. The story is a little bit dark. I like the new direction they went in. The first act of this movie is, I thought was good. And everything about the movie, the characters are completely undeveloped. We don't care for the characters. The story is all over the place. The dialogue is horrible. The special effects got some detail, but they look a little bit, you know what I mean? They're like, other movies look better, honestly. And honestly, this movie is not good. It's enjoyable to watch. Has a few little pros. The story could have been better, but Michael Bay ruined this movie. This movie gets a 1 out of 5. That's all I can say for this movie. It's way too long. Anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed this review. And honestly, tell me leave a comment below. Tell me if you saw the movie, what did you think of the new Transformers? See you guys next time. Bye guys.